Movie number 294, Dune Part 2. High hopes for this one because Dune Part 1 is tied for the highest spot on my movie spreadsheet. Did I see Dune Part 1 and love it? Yeah. Did I buy the book to read and find out what happens? Yes. Did I read the book and find out what happens? No, because I knew Dune Part 2 would be coming. And I didn't want the movie spoiled for me by the book. I said it. So here we go. Quick adjustment of the glasses because this was not a good movie. 2 hours and 47 minutes. Come on. We've got to be special for 247. And I get it. You saw in the theater the sound. Oh, it was immersive. The effects, the lighting, the color. Look, the color is orange. That entire movie is freaking orange. So maybe the theater made it look extra orange or you love the color orange, but that movie is an orange movie. That movie, entertainment wise, was terrible. That movie was boring. Entertainment, 3 out of 10. The first 2 hours and 5 minutes, I, I could not wait for it to be over. I wanted it to be over so badly. 2 hours into that movie, hoping it was going to build to something. And it builds to the final battle, which I'm skipping a little bit ahead. Let's talk about accomplishment of goal. What is the goal of this movie? I mean, it's a space adventure movie. Okay, yeah, it is a space adventure movie. That's fine. But like, is it? I thought Dune Part 1 set up Dune Part 2. So Dune Part 2 should have been something special. It wasn't. Dune Part 2 should have been the Two Towers. And if you get that reference, yes, the second Lord of the Rings movie, the first movie builds to the second one. And at the end of the second one, you get the Battle of Helm's Deep. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings guy. I know the battle name because it built to it. It was amazing. It was so good. Dune Part 2 doesn't have that. Accomplishment of goal, 4 out of 10. Ending, 3 out of 10. Yes, the last 30 minutes of the movie were solid. Okay, I will give you that. When he uses that voice where it's like silence and it's all scary and great, creepy, love it, awesome. But you've introduced a character in the movie to be scary, and then you're going to have the main character battle him. I'm not going to spoil anything here, but the cinematography on that final battle scene, totally missed out on it. I'm going to explain more to you in the second part of this video without the spoilers. So, ending, 3 out of 10. Length, 0 out of 10. I'm bored for 2 hours and 46 minutes. It's too long to be bored. Okay? No penalty for this movie. Final overall rating, 3.15. I said it. I'm going to say it again. 3.15. Number 259 out of 294 on my list. Stay tuned for the spoiler, and then stay tuned for my bigger thoughts on this movie. Okay, let's talk about Dune 2. Let's talk about how Space Jam: A New Legacy, number 250 and a 3.25 on my list, is still better than Dune Part 2 at a 3.15. So let's talk about Dune 2. We have Dune 1, which masterfully sets up Dune Part 2. And then Dune Part 2 is just this orange desert landscape, doesn't change. I get it. They're on Dune. I understand that. But all the battles that he's in, all those little missions that he does, we know nothing is going to happen to him. See, this is the problem with Game of Thrones, is that Game of Thrones changed my expectation for having crazy things happen. And you never at any point think that anything is going to happen to the main character. Nothing's ever going to happen to him. You know it's not. And so when they finally get through 2 hours. Maybe a little bit before that, they introduce Elvis as the main villain. And it starts to set the stage to a battle that is obviously going to happen between these two. When we finally get to that battle, and we do have one really cool silence before, like when he said silence to that lady wearing like the thing over her face, the creepy old lady who made him put the hand in the box. Dude, that was pretty cool. I was like, yes, that earned a full ending point. So if you're like, how to get 3 out of 10, well, we got one of those three because of that. But then you have that final battle scene between Elvis and and Paul, and what we have is you have Dune in the background, you have that window, and you kind of have little shadows of the people, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Yes, this is what it's built for. I'm excited for it. I'm on the edge of my seat, and I'm kind of thinking it's going to have that Northman cinematography for that final end scene where they're in the they're in the lava volcano and it's 1v1 and it's just their shadows, and it would have been so freaking perfect because the entire movie's orange. Their silhouettes could have been in black. It could have been one of those 30-second fight scenes, have it be really cool. And they just crap out and they do the lamest fight scene for a movie that has built it up for 2 hours and 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 minutes. And what we get is the fight scene where the good guy gets wounded and then somehow musters up the courage to finally defeat the bad guy, who was only a bad guy for a short amount of time. So stupid. And the final blow, we don't even see. Like, we don't even see his hand remove the knife from his body to then stab it. We don't even see that. It's just like you have to figure that out. I had to rewatch it to see that's what he did. So utterly disappointed in that movie. I thought it was a total letdown, and 3.15 is exactly what that movie deserves. Okay. Okay. Oh, and yeah, great. They're Harkonnens. Okay. He's a Harkonnen. Great. Hello, grandfather. Kills grandfather. What? Like, come on. Do better. Okay.